Okay, so today the learning goal, everybody look up here, is to develop a conceptual understanding of the mean as the center balance of a data set. So which word do you already know here?
Mean.
Mean, what is the mean?
Center.
Data set.
What's the mean?
Average.
Average. So the average is going to be what? Center balance of a data set. Okay, good. All right, we're going to page 12. Let's go over this lesson. Is going to take 3 days. Okay, we're doing part 1 today, and then we'll do part 2 and part 3. So today is just defining mean as the center of balance. Today we're going to use rulers and some more tools. Okay. Now here's your formative assessment goal. Remember, this is the one that we take at the end of the 3 days, where I can see if you learned or didn't learn what you were supposed to. Okay. The question is going to go over some scores of a class that they took on a test, and you're going to do part test with all 3 of these, okay? Approximate the median exam score. Now, right now, can you tell what the median is? 80. This is not a box plot, what is this? Histogram. So can I see the median? No. So remember, that's going to be what you have to do at the end of 3 days. And then you look at the histogram, look at the shape of the histogram, and you're gonna have to determine if the students performed well or poorly based on the shape. Okay. And then last one is based on those 2 answers. Is the mean greater than or less than the median? So you gotta know the difference between mean and median. But you already know what a median is. What is median?
The middle
Part of the data set. Okay. All right. So not too bad, right? So we have to be able to understand this at the end, okay? We're going to start on page 12, so go ahead and go to page 12, and you're going to title it this right here. Mean versus median. Mean versus median. Because at the end of the lesson, we need to know the difference between those two based on the histogram, okay? Mean versus median. You lost something? Oh. Okay. Alright, I want you to draw this balance beam looking thing below. Not too big, just draw it somewhere on page 12. Leave some space at the top because, yeah, leave some space above it. Okay. Yes. So draw that. And as you're drawing, we're going to suppose that 1 penny was placed 2 inches to the right. Okay. 2 inches to the right. So with your pencil, just kind of estimate. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it was 2 inches to the right, it would go this way. We would put a penny right here. Okay. All right. Just draw a little sketch. Doesn't have to be perfect. Where would another penny have to be in order for the ruler to balance?
2 inches to the left.
2 inches to the left. Okay, write that down. Number 1 on bottom. You don't have to write the question. Okay. Number 1, 2 inches to the left. Okay, so the question was, again, suppose that a penny was placed 2 inches to the right. Where would another penny have to be in order for the ruler to balance? Okay. Alright, so as you're writing that, now we're actually going to test out all of these scenarios with a ruler, some coins, some math coins, and your pencil, okay? We're going to create this balance beam using your pencil. This is going to be your pencil right here. And then the ruler, okay? So I'm going to pause. Okay, now that you have your ruler and your pennies, what if 2 pennies were stacked 2 inches to the right of the fulcrum? So your ruler is your fulcrum, okay? Go ahead and stack 2 pennies to the right of your fulcrum. Okay? Sorry, your pencil is the fulcrum. Okay? How could you get the ruler to balance if you only had 1 penny on the other side? So, watch. This is 2 pennies to the right. If you had 1 more, where would you put it so it would balance? Test it out. So if you had two stacked, where would you have to place the other one? Test it out. Wow, you're perfect. Wait, no, only one. Only one. Wow, that was Wait. On the right? Two are stacked. And then one on the left. So you should only have 3 pennies on your foot. 2 stacked and 1 on the other side. Okay, so I'm gonna use one of the tables example. Where did mainly everyone have their pencil at? 6, right? Okay. All right. So this one was at 6, and then this one was at
7.
No. 8. 2 inches above 6 is 8. Good job. Okay. So then
4.
this was the stacked one, right? Okay. And then on this side, where did mostly everyone have the 1 penny?
2.
Where at?
2.
No.
4.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I said 2.
Yes, it is 2. Okay. Yeah, someone's calling. Hello. Okay. Cristiano, you went home. Now you're gonna be on YouTube.
Hi, Cristiano. And I'm on YouTube.
Okay. All right, look up here. So let's think about balance, okay? And let's think about balance. What was the difference between 2 and 6 on this side? What's 2 minus 6?
4.
-4. Okay. All right. What's the difference here?
2.
8 minus 6? 2. But how many pennies were on this side?
2.
So 2 times 2?
4.
What is -4 plus 4?
0.
So that's why it balanced. Okay? Alright. Alright, so what was the answer here? If you had 2 pennies to the right, where was the 1 penny?
4.
Not at 4.
Oh, on the left.
At 2. Okay. Write that down, number 2.
Number 2 is 2?
Yes. At 2 inches, that's where you... Okay. If 2 pennies were stacked 2 inches to the right, and you had 2 pennies to stack on the other side, but they can't be on top of each other, how could you get the ruler to balance? So now, everyone try that one. You have 2 pennies on the right and then 2 pennies on the left, but they can't be stacked.
Are the pennies on the right side?
My turn.
Yeah, the ones on the right are stacked.
Wait, the 2 on this side still gotta stay at 2 inches?
Yes, it still has to stay at the 8 inches mark. Don't move the ones that are stacked, yeah. Just add another one to the ruler on the left. Alright, so I had a table do it already, so I'm going to show the results, and yours should be the same, because everyone's pennies that are stacked to the right of 6 are at what point? 8 inches, okay? So if they're here, then based on the balance, your other 2 pennies should be at 3 and 5 to be balanced. Okay? So if you calculate this, what's 3 minus 6?
3 minus 6
-3. Okay, so that's the distance from the penny to the balance pencil. Okay? And then what's 5 minus 6? -1. What's -3 minus 1? -4. Okay. And we already did this one, right? 8 minus 6? How much? 2, but there's 2 pennies, so 2 times 2? 4. -4 plus 4? 0. Good job. Okay.
What if yours are at different spots?
It's okay if they're at different spots as long as your distance should be what? -4. Okay. Okay, you're gonna take the ruler off. Just lay it flat on your table. No pennies. Lay it flat. Okay. Take all the pennies off. Is it? You want this one?
See this balancing. Wait, Mrs. Balancing on the table.
Gravity.
Okay, I need you to grab 3 pennies. 3 pennies. You're gonna put them at 2 inches, 3 inches, and 10 inches on the ruler. No pencil, just flat on the table. 2, 3, and 10. Okay? Without using the pencil, now that you see how the balance works, where will you have to place your pencil so that it's balanced on both the left and the right side?
About like.
Talk about it with your, there's an actual correct answer, we're not guessing. Okay, where would you have to put your pencil at so that the distance is balanced on both sides? The pennies go on 2 inches, 3 inches, and 10. 2, 3, and 10. Alright, brainstorm. Alright, if you got 5, the answer is 5. Okay? Okay, write it down. Number 4, 5 inches. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna show you just an example. Okay. Okay, here's the balance. Here's 5. Your pennies were at 2, 3, and 10, correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I have pennies here, here, and here, what is 2 minus 5?
3.
-3, okay? Okay, what is 3 minus 5? -2. Together, what is the distance? -5. What is 10 minus 5? 5. -5 plus 5?
0.
0. Okay? So, that is where the balance should be, okay? All the work I just showed you here is what the answer is for here. So, the question for you is, does this make sense?
Yeah.
Why or why not? If yes, then that's perfect. You met your goal for today. Which is that the mean, who's the mean here?
Your mean.
Who's the mean?
Me.
5. Okay? Alright, we're gonna move forward. Okay, here's another example. If I put the pencil at 6 and I put a penny at 1 and 11, what is 1 minus 6? -5. 11 minus 6.
-5.
5. So is it even? Yeah. Alright, go to page 13 on your notebook.
What page is this?
Here's the title. Page 13. We're going to summarize. Measures of center. Okay. Alright, this is the title, measures of center. We're going to record some definitions, okay, but we got to draw a picture first. So, draw your title. We're doing a picture and 2 definitions on page 13. So, leave space for all 3 of those, okay? Alright, here's the picture you're going to draw, okay? Here's another example of the balance. If our pencil was at 5, okay, you're going to draw this on your notebook. Go ahead. Draw it. Alright, so we have this picture and the differences on the left of the pencil. Okay. -4, -2, -1. What is the total difference? Negative what? -7. Okay. And on the right side, Evan, 4 plus 3,
Or +7.
+7.
Cancel out balance.
Okay. Good job. Alright, let's move forward. So now you're gonna write the definition.
On one page.
Same page. The fulcrum is the balance point of the penny. It is also known as the mean of the penny's location. Okay? Zoom in. Right under the picture. Write that down. Alright, so that is the mean. Mean is the balance point. Now the next definition is the difference between the mean and the data values are called deviations. Write that down. Everyone's writing.
Yes, so it's already not doing.
Still write it down. Okay, so what vocab word is here? Deviation, okay? Now, to explain this, while you're writing, I'm going to try to explain this as best as possible. Okay, the difference between the mean and the data value. So that is the calculations I was doing where we were subtracting the distance from the penny to the pencil, right? So when we were 2 inches to the right, what number were we at?
2.
No,
8.
to the right, 8. Good, so we did 8 minus 6. What was that? 2. The deviation was 2 because that's the difference from the data value to the mean, which was 6. Okay. This tells us how far away we are from the mean, and it also can tell you whether it's greater than or less than the mean. So, if we took a test and I said, "Hey, y'all, the average, the mean, was an 85, okay, for the whole class for 5th period." But let's say you scored an 87. Were you greater than or less than the mean? Greater than, okay? And what was your deviation? 2 points, right? Because you got an 87, but the average was 85. Now, let's say you didn't do so well. Maybe you just didn't grasp the concept and you made a 70. You were less than the mean, right? And what was your deviation?
15.
Not positive. Negative 15. Good. Okay. All right. Hopefully that explains deviation. We're gonna
Deviate.
deviate. We're gonna dig deeper into deviation the next couple of days. Okay. All right. Finish writing in your notebook, and that will be it for today. Thank you.